Chris. Welcome to a program overview of the Four Seasons Qigong online program, an online program that I created to help people get easier access to learning Qigong. It's a wonderful, ancient, health rejuvenating style of exercise that I've been practicing for many years. I've been studying Tai Chi and Qigong, and these sort of exercises or art forms kind of got me into practicing acupuncture as well. And I just love this. I love the philosophy behind the style of exercise. I love practicing these health rejuvenating exercises, and I want to share them with other folks and create a community around this practice in this program. So I want to get into this. I hope you consider joining. And if you're interested, just follow along. This program overview is located on my website, which is called natureshealing.info/program dash overview. And you'll be able to go to that link and read through the same information I'm presenting here. I just want to put it in a video and give some additional input on this as well. So, what makes this program different? This membership program offers online access to instructional videos so you can learn at your own pace. In addition, you'll have special access to our private online community where you can ask questions, stay motivated, get inspired, and you can also organize meetups for group practice and engage with other Qigong friends online. Also, within the course, there is a little contact box where if you have questions about the course or navigating through the membership program, you can send me a text message through the course, a private message to me, and I can respond to you. So you'll have access to me as an instructor and an administrator of the course. So I'll help guide you through the course. I just want to point out there's no risk. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied or not interested in the membership program, within 30 days, just send me an email and I'll refund your money 100%. I'm trying to connect with people who are really interested in Qigong and the program, and I want to give people a chance to try it out to see if they're interested. So I hope that's something of value to you. Now, the Four Seasons Qigong online program contains 4 health rejuvenating sets of exercise. Okay, there's a set of movements. A movement is kind of like a simple exchange of, say, the arms in a particular direction, and then there's a different movement that follows, and there's a whole set of those movements that you would learn, and then that would make up a particular set of movements or a particular course that you would learn within the membership program. Now, the principles of Qigong are based on traditional Chinese medicine and Qigong principles and 5 elements, which is an ancient way of looking at our bodies and looking at nature. It's beyond the scope of this program overview, but that's something to get into and learn more about, and I do get into that within the program and how it's applicable. Qigong and traditional Chinese medicine recognizes the adverse influences on health by the contracting and expanding forces of nature throughout the year. And with this membership program, you can learn how to perform and combine these sets of exercises in a specific order to help influence the energetic function of corresponding organs and body regions. It's a great way to support your health throughout the changing of the seasons. I think you would find it very interesting. It's not a kind of a mundane exercise that you're just doing every day, push-ups, sit-ups, that sort of thing. It's a lot more interesting and a lot more philosophical. It's definitely food for the mind. If you're a very cerebral person and a thoughtful person, you would really, I think, enjoy Qigong. I do have some suggested reading. If you're interested in how I got into Qigong and my personal journey, you can check out this link here. It's a part one of a three-part series, and you can also give it a try. There's a free lesson preview here called Turn the Head to See the Moon. This is a movement within the winter set. So if that's something you're interested in, you can click on that and try it out for yourself. See how it feels, and maybe that will help you to give you some insight on the movements, on the style of exercise, so that you can make a decision on whether this is something for you or not. Now, just to try to clarify, because this can get a little confusing, a little heady, there's a lot of details here, and we're going to try to keep it simple. But there's basically four sets, and there's a corresponding organ and season. So the set for winter is called this. They're referred to by the season that they relate to. So there's the winter set, and it corresponds to the kidney. There's a spring set that corresponds to the liver. Now the fall and summer set are the same movements, but they have a different intention mentally, and as far as breathing technique goes, that changes if you want to try to influence the heart or the lungs. And then there's the extended summer set, which is a transitional set and a fundamental set that has a little more of an emphasis on digestion in the center of the body and the spine. And it also has a focus on the triple burner, which is a concept within traditional Chinese medicine that I get into more in the program, but not so much here because it's beyond the scope of this program overview. Now, a little more detail. The winter set uh, corresponds and influences the kidneys, the low back, the hips, the knees, and the legs. This set of movement corresponds to the contracting nature of the winter season. Think about how it gets cold in the winter. If you live in a climate, some people may live more along the border, and the weather's kind of a little more warm all throughout the year. But if you're like me, I live up in the northern part of New England in Rhode Island, where we get a cold winter and a warm summer. And so we get this kind of seasonal change that is very traditional, and so you get this expanding and contracting going on. And in the winter, we think about the kind of like seeds um, being planted in the ground and stored, and they're building up energy for the upcoming year, right? They're going to sprout in the spring, but they're starting to germinate in the winter months. Energy is being stored up and getting ready for the upcoming year as it starts to get warm. So the winter set has a correspondence to the storing up of energy. If you feel kind of depleted, this would be a great set to kind of build up energy with and strengthen the kidney system, the low back region, and the legs. Now, the kidney system in traditional Chinese medicine can also be a little more related or translated as the endocrine system, the system that provides growth and development in the body. We think about the thyroid or the adrenal glands and so forth. So this is a very important fundamental system for strengthening the body. Now, the spring set has a correspondence to the liver, the joints in the body, and the flank region or the sides of the body. This set corresponds to the natural rising and warming of the spring season. By practicing it, you can help smooth, uh, promote a smooth and consistent rising of yang energy during this time, which can be a very positive influence on the TCM liver system and the joints and the sides of the body. Uh, that is a great set of exercises that I like to do, um, because the sides of the body don't tend to get emphasized enough. We tend to exercise more along the front and back of the body uh, as opposed to the sides of the body. We don't think so much about the sides of the body, but that's an area to encourage exercise-wise. Now, the summer and fall set, this is a little confusing. It has a correspondence to the heart and the lungs, respectively, and the upper body, the chest and back, and the arms. Now, it's a little confusing maybe because there's two seasons but one set of forms. And how you would work these set of forms is all based on your intention. Now, the intention mindfully will change based on whether you want to influence the heart or the lungs. And also, your breathing techniques will change depending on your intention. So that's something to dive more deeply into if you get into this membership program. And I do explain it more fully there. So I also want to point out that this is, you know, it also has an influence on the upper back just in general because the heart and the lungs reside in the upper part of the body. So there's an influence on the chest and the back as well. So that is the summer and fall set. Now we have the extended summer set, which has an influence on the spleen, the triple burner, the digestive system in general, the whole body. This is a fundamental set. It's a kind of set that we practice all year round as opposed to seasonally. So although it's called extended summer, which can kind of relate to a season which sometimes we refer to as Indian summer, kind of like a fifth season, I think of it more so as a transitional season in between, or a transitional force that happens in between seasons as you transition from summer to fall or fall to winter. So this set is practiced all year round, not just in one particular season. And it has an influence on the center of the body or the spine or the digestive system. And it's very, very important system. If you have uh, issues with your spine, that's a great set to practice because it really goes into detail about keeping the spine healthy. And you don't tend to see that exercise wise. Now, I want to get into there are two membership options for joining. Basically, what it comes down to is that you can try an individual course, or as far as option two goes, you can do all four courses. In other words, have full membership and a lifetime of access. So if we go back to option one, you could just take one individual course based on either the season. So if you have allergies, for example, in the spring and in the fall, you may want to focus on one of those seasons. Or if you're just a beginner and want to try this and you're not sure which set to try, you would focus on, I would suggest focusing on the extended summer set, which is the fundamental set. Uh, it's a foundation. That sets the progression for all the sets. Okay. Or if you have a specific health issue, say cardiovascular or lung issues, respiratory issues, you may want to try the fall and summer set. Or if you have liver issues, you may want to try the spring set. Or if you have kidney issues or low back issues, okay, and or leg problems, you may want to try the winter set. There's a correspondence in those body regions with these different sets, and you may want to choose it depending on body region, depending on organ, depending on the season. Okay, and if you need some help, you could always contact me and ask me what I would suggest based on your needs, and you can just give me some input as far as what your needs are there. Okay. Now, those memberships would last just 3 months. They're relatively inexpensive, and you can see the course fees by clicking on the online courses. Now, as far as the option two, where you sign up for all four courses, this would be a little more um, elaborate commitment, a little more of a commitment, I should say. You'll have lifetime access if you get the gold membership. If you get the 3 monthly payments gold membership, you can pay off the course within 3 payments, so it's not such a big hit on your pocket if you find it pricey. And you can also have access to just 1 year, which is a little less expensive, but it gives you full access to all the exercises. And you can find more about those individual memberships on on these links here that says click for membership fee. Okay. Let's see. I want to move on to tips on getting started. So just a little bit of information on how maybe you would choose which forms to try. Now, like I said, the extended summer set is a great place to start. It's the fundamental set. You practice it all year round. Now, the way you would practice the Four Seasons Qigong is basically if you understood and learned all the movements, all the four sets, so you were doing it fully, you would, and and basically to get into this, you don't have to know anything about it. You would just follow along. It's the season of winter right now for me as I record this video, and I would be practicing the extended summer set and then also the winter set because it's the winter season. As you get into the spring, you would be doing the extended summer set and the spring set. Okay, just those two sets. When you do the summer, when it's summertime, you would do the extended summer set followed by the summer and fall set, and it goes round and round throughout the year. Now, as an addition, to make it more interesting, the last month of each season, you would add a third set. So in other words, right now it's winter time, it's in January, but when I get to March, which is the end of the winter, begins the end of the winter, I would be practicing the extended summer set, then followed by the winter set, and followed by the spring set to condition my body and prepare it for the upcoming season. And then you would do that for the next season and the next season. So there's just basically you would practice traditionally two sets all year round, the extended summer set, and then the corresponding season. And then the last month of each season, you would add in the upcoming seasonal set. And how you would utilize the memberships is that as you progress through the seasons, so for example, if you were just joining now, you might want to learn the extended summer set. And if that's all you could handle for now, that's all you focus on. But if you want to do the extended summer set and winter set, you just follow along with the videos and practice them that way. And, as you practice, you learn. And then if you got a full membership, when the spring came up, you would add in the spring set and you would go throughout the year changing up the sets, which I find keeps it very interesting. We're not doing the same exercises all the time. We're changing it up, which keeps our mind fresh and our focus fresh, and it keeps our exercises interesting. Okay, so that's how you would practice it. Or, as I was explaining before, alternatively, you could choose a set based on your health needs. And if you have questions about that, you can always contact me. Now, all memberships and all membership options include additional program resources which are listed here. Every course has a quiz at the end of the course. Now, I don't know about you, but I like quizzes. I like being quizzed because it helps me, it gives me a sense of what the instructor who wrote the quiz thinks is important. So in the quiz, you will find questions that basically I'm pointing to information and asking you, if you understand that information, and it will help guide you as to what I think is important with the movements. The quizzes are random, so if you pass a quiz and take it again, there'll be some different questions in there, which will make it interesting. So that, say you learn the winter set and you pass the quiz, and then next year it comes around again, and you have to kind of refresh yourself about what the winter set was all about, and you check out the videos if you don't remember the set, the movements, and then you take the quiz again, and then there'll be some different questions, and it just give you some insight. It will refresh your memory about the movements, and probably maybe bring up some questions you might want to send to me via the contact form within the course, or we can talk about it on the private group on Facebook as well that you'll be invited to when you join. I'll talk about that a little more later. Now that's the quiz. There's also a certificate of completion. Each course that you complete, you'll be able to print out a certificate of completion that will kind of give you a little feel good to, that you've completed the course, you've passed the quiz, you have an understanding of the movements, and you've accomplished that. Okay, and then I also have printable course handouts. These are step-by-step instructions that outline the movements. So for example, if you don't want to be tied to the computer, always watching the videos, and you have a certain understanding of the movements, and you just need a little reminder, that's what those handouts are for. You can tape it up in your practice room, in your practice space. You can bring it with you, put a copy in your car. You can put a copy at work or at home. You can review just before you practice so that you can just kind of refresh your memory on the sequence of the movements. I think the handouts are helpful. They have a little bit of information on how to do the movements, and sometimes reading something you learn better than by just watching and listening. It's a different way to learn. Some people learn better that way, and you'll have access to those printouts. Also, there are several video presentations besides the course videos. These are practice tip presentation videos, and there's breathing technique, uh, a presentation, basically tips on breathing. Very unique to this program, something you might not see anywhere else. So those I think will be very helpful in increasing your abilities of mastering these uh, these programs, this program. There's also some article references that will help you to focus on three main areas that are very important, and that's breathing, your posture, and mental focus. So each one of these can be a practice in themselves. Practicing breathing, a particular pattern of breathing, practicing postural alignment, and practicing mental focus and mental awareness. Each one of those you can master and bring to a higher level, and then combine them as another level of practice and skill set that you can acquire over time. So you can look for those articles and put them to good use. As I was explaining before, you'll also have access to a private online Facebook community. Here you'll be able to receive some helpful tips and ask questions. There'll be an it's like an open discussion. We'll be able to have a dialogue on the forum and put some put our input in. I can offer advice. We can stay connected and stay motivated. And it's just a way to meet, but we can also set up meetings where people outside of my own community can try to meet up. You could be a person that lives in California and you want to get some interest around this program. You may be a health provider like a massage therapist or an acupuncturist like myself who's trying to get people into self-care type programs like this. And you can form a group just in your area, have them check out become a member, or teach them yourself as you learn, and then create your own little community around this program. I do have an affiliate program if you're interested, where if you spread the word, you can be compensated by spreading this program out there and helping me to form a community around this Four Seasons Qigong program. So stay in touch through this. This is a great way to stay in touch through the Facebook community. Now, I'd like to invite you to stay connected, and you can always visit natureshealing.info, which is my website. You can sign up for my newsletters and just get some free tips and be notified on some upcoming public classes that I do offer now and then. And if you're in the area, you can come and join the class and participate. I also invite people who are members to host a live event at their residence or workplace. So if this is something you're interested in and you want to get into and develop a community, or just you have some friends that might be interested and you want me to come out to your location and teach a course, this is you can contact me. You can use the contact link, contact us, and get more details there through that contact form. And I'd be glad to answer any questions you have on that. And we could hook up and create um, some public classes just right in your area. So I'd be interested in doing that that's something you're interested in, just let me know. Now, in this section here, you can select any of these memberships below, as I explained above. The gold membership, the gold membership with 3 easy payments, the silver membership, which is a 1-year full access membership, and then the individual seasonal memberships based on the season. Extended summer set, the winter set, the spring set, or the summer and fall set. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. I hope the program overview has answered some questions you've had. If you have more questions, feel free to contact me. Um, I do have a clinic where I practice acupuncture and herbal medicine, as I was explaining at the beginning, in Coventry, Rhode Island. My emphasis is on helping people take control of their health naturally. And if this is something you're interested in, I think you'll be interested in this program in particular and my services as well. So stay in touch. Let me know if you have any questions. And I wish you the best in health. Take care.